Okay, welcome back, guys. In today's lesson 3. If you haven't watched lesson 2, be sure to click the link in the description, or you can click a link that is up here. Okay, so lesson 3 today, we're going to look at how to make your surface resizable. That's number 1. Number 2, we're going to look at how to display a surface with no controls. And then number 3, how to create a full screen surface. Okay, so if I go back to our code here, this is a continuation from lesson 2. Okay, so if I'm to run this code, you guys will see we don't have much flexibility with this surface. Okay, I can only minimize it and then bring it back, and that's all I can do. All right, let's say I want a display that I have more control on. Okay, in terms of resizing, what should I do? All right, so we can go to line 14. Okay, this is the line which created this display. So what we need to do is we need to add optional arguments. Okay, so one such optional argument that we're going to use is what we call the flags. It's an optional argument. So what do we need to pass in here? All right, so we call the Pygame library, and then dot, and then for a resizable window, resizable surface, what we need to do is simply write resizable with all caps, resizable. All right, save this, run this. You will notice, guys, if I move to the edge of this window, now I'm in a position to resize this. I can resize it, like now it's resizable. I can play around with the top, the bottom, the left and the right. I can, resize it to whatever size I want. Okay, now there is much more flexibility in terms of how I control the surface. Okay, or I can put it full screen like this. It's as simple as that. Okay, the second thing you might want to do, you might want to have a display with no controls. Okay, so let's see how you do that. Going back to the screen, instead of writing resizable here, you could just write no frame. Okay, there are certain times where you want just a window to pop up or a display to pop up with no controls. Okay, so Control Save, Control B. If I'm to run here, you will see I just have this display. There are no controls whatsoever. There's nothing I can do here. Okay, there's nothing I can absolutely do. I cannot control this. Okay, so this is no control. Okay, so I'll close this down. All right, and then the last thing we're looking at today is when you want a full screen to show up when you run your game. Okay, so there are certain times whereby you want just the full screen to show up. Right, so what should you do? Right, you go back to the screen. Instead of writing no frame here, now you can just put in full screen. As simple as that. All right, so remember it's Pygame dot blah blah. And then if I'm to run this, the full screen will just show up. Okay, there is our full screen, and then I'm into our game, and that's it. Okay, Alt F4 to exit the full screen, and that's it. All right, I want you guys to note one thing. I can also do away with these flags equals to blah blah, and this is still gonna work. Okay, let me try it on resizable. Control Save, Control B. You guys will see now it's resizable. Okay, I could actually omit the flags equals to blah blah, and still it's gonna work. Okay, so that was our lesson today. We just looked at 3 items: how to resize our display surface, how to have a display surface with no controls, and how to have a surface that is on a full screen. Okay, thank you for your time. I hope to see you in our next video, where we're going to put something on the screen and try to make it move. Okay, see you in our next lesson. Bye bye.